Return to your I am and let your conviction seep into your reality. Hi, guys, I'm Ian McMinn, and this is Path to I Am. Today, I want to talk about returning to your I am and having conviction seep into your reality. So, I was talking with someone recently on these topics that had watched my videos and really resonated with them and was starting to implement this simple knowing that I am moment to moment and just kind of letting everything else fall away, like I talk about, and having that be your home base. And she was saying, Ian, I only feel like it's a small fraction of my day that I really do that. And this person has a lot of responsibilities, and are have a really full day, and so they often get pulled to the spokes of the wheel, as I talk about, instead of getting to be in the center of the wheel, where we're grounded and we have total balance. They get pulled into the spokes. They get pulled into focusing about certain concerns. Oh, am I doing this right? Am I doing that right? And they're getting kind of flung around. But what I said was, well, just the fact that you're returning at all to some degree is fantastic. And just like the cracks in the pavement that you see where a flower has the chance to sprout through, you're just allowing more and more space for it to, that sort of knowing and that calmness and that centeredness and that stability to just sort of seep into your life. And so it really is like when you get to return to this I am awareness, you're an expert. You're an expert when you're in it. As I've talked about in a past video about time collapsing when you're in it, so that everything is just right now, and so you actually experience everything you desire already being here in that fulfillment. In that same way, when time collapses, well, you have an infinite amount of experience, right, being in this. And so in the actual horizontal reality, 3D reality, you can just let it seep in more and more. Just return whenever you think to. Just be gentle. That's the key. Be gentle and loving with yourself and with this process. And just let it seep in, right? This knowing that, oh, I am. Everything's right here. Everything's achieved. And I get to move from that place. It's drop by drop. I've heard it described before as, like dropping milk into a jug of water, and it's sort of permeates through the water, and more over time, the liquid transforms, right, from water to milk, right? It permeates it, or they become one, in other words. And so it's just really about that, just and knowing it's the paradox. You're doing it drop by drop, just moment by moment, but every moment that you're in your I am, it's all been achieved. You've always been there. You're always going to be there, right? So that's the vertical awareness that another teacher of mine has talked about. The horizontal, which is when we're on the spokes and we're kind of lost, confused in our reality, versus being in our center where everything exists right now, right? That's the vertical. So, it's yet again, it's another way to articulate the same concept. And there's a reason why I am so passionate about this stuff, is of everything I've studied: neurolinguistic programming, Buddhism, Hindu mysticism, non-duality, Christian, Jewish mysticism, and so on. I mean, a number of other things. This is the most profound and the most simple and the most straightforward to implement, but has so many implications, because the thing is that no matter what happens in our life, we always are. We may be something versus another, but we always are. And so we get to tap into the core of our experience, which is actually infinite. It's timeless and it's fulfilled, right? It's unified. It comes from unity. And so if you can just play around with this, play around with this for 30 days, play around with it for a week, whatever you want to commit to, with just being curious and playful with this work, if we could even call it work, and see what it does. And if it doesn't resonate, throw it out and move on. And that's okay. That's okay too. You can be guided by your passion, by what calls to you elsewhere, if not here. So anyway, guys, I'm Ian McMinn. This is Path to I Am. This is returning to the I Am to let conviction seep into your reality. So, and if you want one-on-one coaching with me, one-off sessions, if you want to reach out to me, I have all those details in the video description. I have a donation link too, for those that feel called to that. And I do have a podcast on Spotify going through Anchor that will be on a number of other platforms that has its own distinct content that I post there. So anyway, guys, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you soon.